Well, welcome to Debbie J's Crafting Corner. I'm Debbie, and today's video is our monthly. Once a month, we do a live stream with Elizabeth Costa Rogers so we can talk about our planners and what's going on with those. I do want to welcome the folks I'm seeing in the chat. We've got Ms. Dawn Wilcox. Hello, 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 Ms. Dawn. We have Cordelia. She just yelled, she made it, yay. And we have Ms. Lynn Kaufman, so thank you so much. I do see there are more folks that are not saying hi in the chat yet, and that is totally fine. I would like for you guys, though, as we go through, I would love to get your feedback as to how you like planning video on my crafting channel, and is this something I need to keep going with? Is this something that we need to change up? I'm thinking I want to change things up, but before we decide anything, what we're going to do is we're going to invite Miss Elizabeth out of the green room, and she's going to come on with us, assuming, of course, that I've got this turned on right. Let's see.
Hello!
Yay! I actually have Elizabeth on my screen.
I love it when I make it to the screen.
Yay, thank you.
Special.
So what we chatted a little bit about this earlier today, and so what we're going to start off with, since it is the beginning of July, we're going to start off with just doing kind of a flip through. And I think what we're going to do is, since I don't have any brain cells in my head right now, I'm going to let you talk to Elizabeth. So I'm going to bring her center stage so she can show you what she's done so far this past 6 months in her planner.
All right. So, it's not much. It's very underwhelming. But there's some really good aspects of this planner that I like, and some changes that I want to make. But some of the things I have done are made like planner bookmarks, and I have some that are full length, so you can actually lift them from the top and the bottom, so you can take your pick. So that was a lot of fun, using some glitter, some sticky paper, some alcohol inks, and just getting those in there. And I really like this. I'm going to do this again for my next planner, because this planner I'm done with. I think it's too big. I think I look at it and it's like, it's a lot when I don't put very much into it. So I was starting out, I had this little thing for everything that I do weekly on the exact same day all the time. And it started off kind of plain. You know, these were some old plate pages out of another book. And then I started adding some stamps and decorating them up. And as you can see, there's a lot of emptiness and a lot of stuff that really doesn't need to be in this book. But a great way to use your gel pens and glass dipping pens, whatever fancy pens you might have. This is a great way to use those up. I have idea pages. This one I did a little bit differently. Digitals. I made my own die cuts and stuff I thought were really cute to put in there. And then let's see, here we go again. There's some notes, some things I want to do, but I probably didn't get to. My book is very artsy. I'm doing it myself, using some papers I've had on hand, leftover stuff, using stencils in there. This one here, Flower Power, just used that the other night. Some stamping. But see, like, this page is just huge, just for 3 days. It just takes up so much, and I feel, I don't know, I feel like I'm wasting all of this real estate because I'm not filling it in. Hello, Donna and Gloria Wolf. How are you guys doing? Cordelia, Dawn, everybody. Hey, hello. It's a great place to use washi. Like, if you don't want to draw lines, you can put some washi tape in there. Some more stamping. More washi. But see, fail. Keep track of my fails. Um, and then this I was taking, and I've left this open for notes or whatnot, but I didn't get to use it. But this old page had dates and stuff in it, and I just used some washi to cover that up. Very, very simplistic, very kind of, trying to figure it out still. I mean, I'm slow going, using ephemera, super easy. I love this. Ephemera and stenciling was a great combo. And again, more stenciling, ephemera. Stenciling is really easy because you can totally just write right over the top of it. But again, a lot of voided area. These little cutie patooties are free prints in the planners. Oops. Let me get it because I'm going to say it wrong. Planning Crafters on Facebook. And you changed it to Planning Crafters, hashtag Planning Crafters, I think.
Yeah, I added the hashtag Planning Crafters yesterday because I was trying to find another way that it's easy to search for.
Right, yeah.
And I don't know if it's going to help on Facebook, but we do have all of the videos that we're doing with this on YouTube under hashtag Planning Crafters. So either one should work. Should yep. is the big word here.
And if you're in that Facebook group, you can go to the files and you can download these, and you just print them, cut them, color them, have fun with them, and here's some more. And basically make your own kind of stickers. I just use glue to glue them down. And a great way to hide stuff if there's stuff on the page, washi tape and big elements. The stenciling, I think, is one of my favorite things to do in these. There's one of those. Haha. Let's see. Paper tearing. It makes it a little bit thicker, but it's nice texture, and you can still write on it because it is paper. These little thingies you can put sticky notes on, and yeah, I like that.
I bet you're starting to feel some creative juices flowing just looking through all of the yummy goodness in your planner, huh?
Yes. And that's another good point too, because as you're looking back through your planner, you can say, oh, I like this aspect, but I don't like those pages, so we won't do those again. But I had the next set, here we go, where I did it kind of themey, where all of it was about like underwater stuff, and it just kind of themey, and I kind of really liked the different breakup of it instead of having it so like, where'd it go, like these are just so rectangular, and these are more square.
So actually, it kind of looks like you've been designing planner pages, or at least getting the basic ideas so that you could create planner inserts.
Yeah, you're right, because it's like changing, and I was testing, because also in the back of my mind, I've been thinking about doing a smaller one, which I'm kind of been working on today. But yeah, a place for notes, covering stuff up. This page is actually upside down.
I remember.
And backwards.
I remember.
I didn't want that up there, so yeah. And then my last one, again, I was starting to do a theme. I was going to use all my hero arts for July, and notice I did not write a single thing last month, you guys. I didn't fill it in. I was not inspired to fill it in. And then June or July, that's hilarious. I put June up there. This is July. This is what I have for July. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not inspired to do anymore, but I like the idea of the theme for the month. So I'm going to pull that out and put that into my new one, because I'm going to downsize. This is just too much.
Okay, I'm looking back into the chat. Looks like Cordelia's saying Pam must be doing more new house stuff today.
Yeah, probably.
And I've been trying to say hello to everybody in the chat while I'm sitting here listening to you and watching all of the fun goodies you've had in your planner for the last 6 months. Crystal's now in the house as well, so welcome, Miss Crystal. And to everybody who is watching on the replay, welcome, welcome, welcome. Feel free to say hi in the chat. I know everybody in the chat would love to talk to you. If you're watching the replay, come see us at some point during the live stream because we do have lots of fun people over in the chat. So what you doing now, Miss Elizabeth?
Well, I am going to be recycling these pages.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just debating because I had a little plan here for this would be Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, because I don't do a lot on my weekends.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just thinking how I could recycle this page. And I'm thinking if I just cut the chunk out that I need, that would be a page right there. And I would be losing like quite a bit of real estate. But then the whole week is in one instead of two, because these are all, this is a week versus a week. And I think this is going to be way more manageable.
That makes total sense. Yeah, I'd say that the first planner that I got, right before I started playing, in 2017, I was kind of trying to redo things. What I wound up doing is creating my own inserts.
Yeah.
And I still sometimes want to do that because not every planner is going to have inserts that works for you, but all you have to do is kind of experiment and see what does work for you.
Yep. Oops. Yeah, because these are already punched.
Excuse me.
And it should still work even if I trim that down. So let's trim her down. But yeah, I don't want to waste a bunch of paper, so I'm just going to recycle it the best I can. My other idea was to fold it, but that's not enough of... I want it to open like this, not like this.
Well, when it comes to pages out of my planner or something, I figure I can use everything as basically to wipe off stuff for papers, like if I'm doing gel press or something, which I need to do again.
Well, that's
but
a
I'm
good
like
idea.
you. I never like to waste anything, but you could always brayer off. I finally thought of a word. That is awesome.
Yeah.
But you could always brayer off on old planner pages.
That is a really good idea.
Misprints or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, because I just messed that up. I should have measured this a little bit better.
So it sounds like your main takeaway so far this year from using your planner is that a bigger planner like this does not work for you at this point in your life.
Right. It's too roomy.
You feel like you have to fill it all up, huh?
Yeah, and then when I don't, and then I'm showing you guys like, oh, look, I, put some stuff in there for this month, but that's it. That was all that was there. And it's like, la, 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 la. I'm like, So, yeah.
I definitely feel for you, honey. I understand. Gosh, Todd's phone is so loud. If anybody knows anything about Monty Python, his ringtone is from Monty Python.
That's too funny.
So I don't know if you can hear something saying, "Bring out your dead," but that's my husband's phone.
Yeah, I was hearing it, but it wasn't audible to me until you said what it was saying, and now I hear it, and it's like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we always know it's his phone. It is too funny. Well, I'm going to go ahead and come up and let you guys see what I've been doing. So what I did after, I'll go ahead and show you. You guys saw this probably in January. What happened? Okay, that was weird looking. So this is, okay, yeah. This is this is basically a second planner. The planner that I work out of, my happy planner, is this one. And I'm only keeping like 3 months at a time in it. So I'm moving it over to a second one for storage. So this has got all of my, and extra stuff. It's basically got January through July. It's got the last 6 months worth of stuff plus some extra stuff in the back. So basically what I've mainly been doing with you guys is trying to do some kind of a pretty layout each month. I missed that week. How did I miss that week? Or was it, okay, that's how I missed that week. Did I do 2 the same week? Yes, I did. Anyhow, I think it's because I really got started sometime in January, and anyhow. But I've gone through a bit. I was trying to track my steps and then finally didn't do it. Finally did a little bit of pencil coloring, and that was nice. I do like the way that my planner pages, the decor on my planner pages has kind of progressed. But it's just basically where I get to experiment and change my mind as to what I want to do. And you guys probably remember a lot of these because these are ones where I showed them all to you guys on the videos. One thing I did do with this is record all of the videos that I've recorded for the entire time are recorded in my planner. And I want to make sure that you guys can hear me okay.
Yep. Or wait. Okay.
I thought I heard something odd in the background, but I don't know if it was me or what was going on.
Yeah, I can hear it on my phone.
Okay, I'm gonna bring up this comment because I think it's funny. Donna says, my husband said Monty Python is older than dirt. I mean, it's misspelled on there, but I know that that's what you were saying, right?
Yep.
It's still funny though. It's like one of the things that Todd and I, when we first got together, we basically bonded over humor. Okay, see, all he wanted to do was show me funny videos on his computer. That was our dates for the beginning of it. So it was kind of fun, and I love it. And we still laugh at each other. And I say that I am easily amused, and that's the reason I married him. Do you guys get it? Okay. So that was January and February, and then in March, I kind of expanded a little bit more. I've been picking up stickers off and on, and I'm making myself stop because I got more than I can use. There's some weeks that I really didn't do much. This is one that I need to go back and write down what did I actually do the week of March 14th because I don't remember. It looks like
flowers.
Yeah, I love the colors. I love the flowers. I love the watercolor. It's basically expanding my brain. When I go back and I look at some of the stuff that I did, even my videos in January, it's like, I don't know that I actually like that anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, my whole first part of mine is like, oh, what was I thinking?
And this one I really, really filled up. And this week I was really excited because it was all Creativation, and that was only like a couple of months ago. This one turned out really, really pretty. It's lots of pastels and stuff. But I can also see I really didn't do a whole lot. I don't know what was going on this week. It was a week that I didn't do.
I didn't know the pages stuck together, yeah. And you're like, flip.
Yeah, I had a week that was kind of, oh, and this is one where I filled out half of the month and then didn't fill out the rest of it.
It happens.
So I'm not perfect. I'm far from it. I'm just trying to keep myself on task. Hello, Sandy. I just saw that you popped into. So I'm trying to stay on task. I'm trying to make sure that I record what my videos are, because this is going to be kind of an archive. I mean, I can always go back onto YouTube and scan through, but yeah. It's kind of like having a photo album compared to having all of your pictures on your computer.
Right.
Photo album you can just flip through. And I'm a family where we don't have any photo albums. We take tons of pictures, both of us, but we don't do any photo albums. I need to do that at some point. Oh, that was fun. Okay, Pear Blossom Press, that was fun. Okay, sorry about that. So that's another thing, you can look through here and these will be kind of your memories. It's like it triggers, like, oh yeah, I remember making that and that was so fun. I remember hanging out with Amanda with Pear Blossom Press and oh my God, that was awesome. You know, just different things like that. I mean, I look at things and I look back, it's like, yeah, I did do that with Elizabeth. Like I shared on Facebook recently the thumbnail and link to like the very first live stream where Elizabeth was on with me, which is awesome. Yeah, you guys have been putting up with me going live for over a year. Did you know that? This one's all about coffee.
That's it? Just a year? I thought you've been doing the lives as long as I have.
I think you may have started doing lives before me, but I'm not sure. Oh, this is when I found the crafty ones. It's like, yeah, I love the crafty. So this is like mid-May. I'm sorry, beginning of June. I found that crafty stickers. I love the crafty stickers.
Things you will keep the same is a question from Dawn, but I'm not.
That is a very good question. So that's one reason why I wanted to kind of chat with you guys and see what you're thinking. This one is the week that I was gone. I did go ahead and write it all down. We went on 2 kind of big walk hikes. We went to High Banks Metro Park, which is somewhere in Columbus, Ohio. We did that on that Monday. And then Todd and I went to Old Man's Cave. It's a lot of stairs. It was gorgeous, but it was a lot of stairs. I got lots of pictures. I've got video and stuff that if you guys are interested, I can share that probably over in the Facebook group. And then this one is last week, which is kind of full. And that is the end of the whole time. Okay, so this is basically all the stuff that I did over the last 6 months, all of the stuff that I recorded in my main planner. Another thing I've been trying to do over the last, another planner. It's a second one. This one is an A6 size, so it's smaller. And this one isn't pretty at all, but I figure I need a better way to coordinate what I'm. Brenda says, hey all, I'm pretty late but fell asleep. You fell asleep? I want to take a nap. Is it time for me to take a nap? So what I'm trying to do is actually find another thing to do to make everything more functional. You know, to kind of help me stay on track and make sure I've got all of my projects done. So I wound up writing out a long list of the different things that I try to do for my videos. I do the recording, the editing, uploading. That's all a given, right, Miss Elizabeth?
Yep.
But I'm also I also have to take photos of all of the cards that I'm making. I need to edit those. I'll make them pretty and add a watermark, all that kind of stuff, so I can share them on Instagram, post them everywhere so you guys know what the heck is going on. A couple of things that I've fallen behind on is doing anything in my blog. And that's one reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to do a complete audit of the thing, get rid of this old stuff that I don't need, that y'all are really not interested in, try to give it a whole new look. However, I need to get ahead of the game on all my stuff. And one of the down things that I didn't realize until after the planning video that so many of you guys came and watched, and I was in the chat with you guys because we did the premiere. After that, I sat on the couch all day. I forgot that I had planned on having a video up this morning. So
we have another question. How many different planners do you use?
I've been using my Happy Planner, and then I pulled this one out because I want to try to make some more pages to do something else. The pages here, this is from wonderful.com, and I think it's something that I downloaded years ago. And I'm starting to do a project list thing. This is something I bought at one point. Where are the project pages? I actually kind of duplicated this so I can print more out because I ran out of them. And this is just so that I know what projects do I need to do and can I start tracking stuff on there. So this is a work in progress, okay? And I'm not 100% sure that I like it. I was working on, let's see, earlier today I tried to do kind of a spreadsheet kind of thing. And then when I cleaned out all the stuff from June, I realized, okay, I am more caught up than I thought. I don't really need to have that new page. I just need to start using what I planned on using last month. So here's the thing. You guys are wanting to know, what are we planning on doing going forward? What I want to know is, number one, do you like seeing our planners, and what do you like about it? Elizabeth has been doing lots of pretty creation in hers, and experimenting with different kinds of artistic techniques. And what I've been trying to figure out is, how do I make my planner attractive enough to make me want to use it? So we both had kind of a different outlook on it, a different focus when we got started with it. Elizabeth has decided that that much space is not good for her writing her stuff down. So she's going to convert it and make it smaller. So that's what she's planning on changing going forward.
6 o'clock.
Yep.
There's my phone saying it is 6 o'clock, so we got 30 minutes left. So my question for you guys, because we do these for you, I know some of you guys like knowing what's going on. Okay, Dawn, people are really wanting to know. Okay, putting your question up, Dawn. What do you think you will change up for the next half of the year? What do you think you nailed the first half of the year? I think what I've nailed is that I can make it pretty, which is great. I'm going to be keeping up doing that kind of thing. So I will be continuing with the stickers and trying to make the layout pretty and recording all of that. I'm also planning on using this one to make sure that I stay on track. I had some other thoughts earlier today, and of course I can't remember what they are. I'm really wanting to know what you guys want to see. Do you want to see planner layouts? I'll be honest with you, when I look back at some of my planning videos, I'm getting bored watching the whole planner setup. That may not be you. If you guys like seeing how the layouts are created, I will definitely keep doing that. But me watching them after the fact, I'm getting kind of bored watching my own. Okay, Donna says, I've never used a planner. I just like watching your videos. That is super sweet.
Okay. I will take a crack at Dawn's question as well, just to reiterate that, yeah, mine is too big. I have discovered it's daunting. It's scary. It's like, so I'm taking a week layout and turning it into a week layout, so that Sunday and Saturday and everything in between is on one page versus 2 pages. Because I'm, even on a good day, it's not really getting filled up. I can't even find a good day now.
So you're thinking you like a week on 1 page instead of a week on 2 pages.
Yeah, because see, even on this, all of this would fit in there. I mean, there's like nothing there, and that's one of the bigger ones I have put information on. Another thing that I've found that I like is ink blending with the stencils. That is something that is going to continue.
And it's going to make its way into your cards because you're practicing in your planner that nobody else sees.
Right. And then the themes. When I went to this one is when I really did like the whole theme, and I really liked it, and it was a lot of fun to do, having it all be themey. What's up? What?
So Cordelia is saying, I like seeing you all do things because it gives me a starting point instead of me sitting and staring at mine and wondering what the heck I'm doing. Well, that is a very good point. Do you guys like watching the process, or would just seeing maybe photos of the finished layouts over in our Facebook group, would that do as well for you? So that's the thing. I want to know what you guys want to do. I'm also thinking about maybe doing over in the Facebook group, since it seems like that's probably, I'm not sure, people watching the replay, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think too, as to what you'd like to see planner related on my channel. I'm thinking about maybe moving some of the videos over into the Facebook group. That way, people that want to watch the crafting videos don't come across one of my planner videos and think, oh my God, I'm in the wrong spot, and click out and never come back to my channel again. Same thing for Elizabeth, because we want to make sure the folks that are watching know what's going on, which is one reason why I always mention it during my video. Like the one yesterday, I think I went further into it yesterday than I've been doing, saying that I consider myself a planning crafter or a crafting planner, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But yeah, I plan and I craft, and I'm planning my crafty stuff, and I'm planning my YouTube stuff. So Elizabeth is saying picture layouts are fine. So I think I do need to start putting more of those over in the group, because I think what I've been doing is doing the video and then sometimes forget to put it in the group. And that's not that's not what I need to do. I need to let you guys know kind of what's going on, right? So Elizabeth, what do you think? I mean, I don't know what kind of results you've been seeing on your channel, what kind of views you've been seeing for your planner videos compared to your others. And to be honest, I don't think I actually compared the two on mine. I just want to make sure that the folks that come for planning know that this is a crafting channel.
Yeah, so I have been, last month, there is not a single planning video on my channel because it's hot in my attic and I'm irritable, and yeah, I haven't done any extra videos to compare anything to on my channel. Right now, I am just doing my lives and design team stuff. So I need to get out of that and try to find a cool time of the day to do some recording. And, you know, I don't know. I don't think any of my pre-recordeds ever really do any good. I think a lot of mine come from my live views. Mm-hmm. But I know the few that love to watch my pre-recordeds, I need to make for them. So I need to get back on that video making bus. I'm such a slacker. I've been another crafter said that she's been spiraling, and I was like, that is the word. I just feel like I'm going whoop whoop.
Yeah, I think we all go through that. Yeah, I mean, going to Ohio for a week, even though I still got some videos up, and the reason for that is that I recorded them beforehand and edited them while I was there. But that kind of gave me a chance to step back. And then last week I had all of this energy and I was all excited. I'm still excited about all the fun things. I mean, I'm gonna show something that I'm planning on doing later in the week. And I made this one, and then it's like, I really, really, really need to do this on my channel. I hadn't done it in a while. I did some foiling with stamps for a card. It's like, oh my God. Because I was thinking that the unicorn would look good in gold. Yeah. And that's from one of the new design team things. But you guys know what I'm doing. I'm doing a lot of design team projects and don't really have a lot of time for all the other things. I need to consolidate and do less videos. Or make more time to do other videos. Does that kind of sort of make sense?
Yep.
I'm also wanting to work on there's some things I want to do that right now I do not have the time to work on.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the things that I am working on. I am finding that batch processing does work better, and that works in no matter what area of life you're in. You're going through your mail and you're doing your bills and you got your stack and you go through the stack all in one sitting and you're good because you're just doing the one thing. So if in our world, if you do videoing of 2, 3, 4 cards, it's basically you're sitting down and crafting and having a blast, and then you go back and edit everything, and then you go back and it's kind of just do each task kind of thing. Does that kind of make sense? Although I don't know if I can do more than like 3 videos, 3 card videos in a sitting. It really depends on how much fun I'm having with the card stuff. You know what I mean?
And then Dawn says, where'd it go? She says that
once I know which one it is, I'll pin it.
Not she
is it
wanted.
This one?
Yeah, learn more
about what ways and what to plan, things to track, ideas for the planner. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I did start trying to track last time was my exercise, which I did a little bit and didn't really go forward with it because, of course, I got busy. And I'm only sitting down to actually plan in my planner, in my happy planner. Well, I'm going to correct that. In this planner, I'm only getting in there about once a week, and that is when I am putting all of the stickers in and then A week later, I go back and make sure I've got all of the things recorded in it before I start the next week, if that makes sense. This one that is ugly and a mess is because I want to make sure I'm keeping track of what projects are coming up. It's also why I started using that Google Calendar. So if you go to my website, you'll see a link there. I'm thinking of changing that up some so that the calendar is like bigger on the first page. So that might be easier so that you guys can see what's going on. Similar to what Elizabeth does with her calendar of lives that I know a lot of you guys go to see, you know, what's going on.
I haven't updated that either.
I've updated my stuff a little bit because I don't know who all's looking at it.
Yeah.
But I do definitely need to keep my Google Calendar updated, and I do need to update that on my web page, have that as part of the home page with recent posts down at the bottom. Yeah, that's a design thing that I need to do.
Yeah,
I told you, I get all these ideas. What's worse is the ideas that I get sometimes. Okay, Saturday, we went on a bike ride. Saturday, I'm out on the bike, I'm riding back, I'm going gentle, easy pace because I don't want to overdo it because I do that. I'm one that I'm always trying to do a little bit better every time. You can't do that when you're getting on a bike because you're going to wear yourself out and can't get anything else done. Anyway, I had a couple of brilliant ideas on the bike. And by the time I got home, I couldn't remember them. Because I couldn't write them down because I'm on my bike.
Right?
So I'm still trying to remember what it was. When I went out on my bike yesterday, I'm out on there. It's like, okay, I had a couple of really good ideas. Now, what were they? Maybe they'll come back now that I'm on my bike again. No, it didn't happen. I'm pretty sure it had to do with classes I want to do or website updates I want to do. Because the card videos are basically kind of getting like second nature, right, Elizabeth? You know what you're going to do. You're going to get down and play, and you're going to talk to folks. I mean, you know what you're doing with the video.
I'm really prepared, but yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, you're like, oh, I'm grabbing this. But we can also look at our journals like that. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
Let's go create something in the journal so that it's prepared and ready to go for the following month or week or however doing. And that's another thing I've found is I was trying to do it weekly, and then like here I just stopped. It's like I need to do the entire month all at once and get it done and ready to go, so all I have to do is make notes.
Absolutely. Looking back at the chat, somebody had said something about leave your voice. Oh, Sherry said it. She said leave yourself voice memos on your phone. Absolutely, except I do carry my phone when I'm on my bike, and I've got a running belt so I can have a place to put it. My husband has a jersey that has pockets in the back, and that's where he puts his phone. I don't think my phone can hear me when I'm riding it, when I'm riding my bike. So I do use the Google Assistant on my phone at times, and I tell it, you know, take a note. Like, what if I go for a walk? I can definitely do that. I have taken notes on my phone while I was taking a walk because I'm holding my phone. But if it's in that pocket on my waist, it doesn't work. And it's in my bag because there's no way I can ride my bike and have my phone on my stomach while I'm trying to pedal. It doesn't work. Especially if I get down in the aero bars, it would not feel right. So Cordelia was saying maybe in the Facebook group, more people could post photos of their planners, more ideas. Absolutely. That is one of the reasons we started that group. We want you to share your planner spreads. We want you to share your ideas. And we're basically building on this and learning from each other. I know I don't know everything. I am constantly binge watching different people on YouTube that I like what they do in some area that I want to bring to my channel. Sherry's asking if I have a Bluetooth headset. No, I don't. I've got an old one that I don't think works. Also, I don't know if I had it on a cord, it would probably work better than trying to do it with headphones. But I don't know how well a Bluetooth will work for me. I haven't actually tried one. I've got that old one that I think is probably at least 4 years old. And I only tried it recently, like once, to answer the phone, and it seemed like it sounded okay, but I don't know. that is something I probably need to look into. Dawn says, yeah, I still need to post pics in there. So yes, Dawn was one of the folks that's wants to learn more, but you haven't been sharing. Come on, guys. So that's one reason why I'm thinking about changing it over and doing something on that. I mean, in addition to that, and again, this is not just for the folks in the chat. This is for anyone who is watching the replay that is interested in this. This is for anybody who's watching the live and not chatting in the chat box.
Right.
I want to know what you guys want. Should Elizabeth and I start doing some type of maybe a planning live stream in the Facebook group? Should we keep it on YouTube for easy access? I know there's some folks that don't have Facebook, don't want Facebook. Completely understand. But I'm just wanting to know, what do you guys want? What can I help with? What can Elizabeth help with? We want to provide what you guys want, and doing a video once a week and putting it out there and not knowing if it's something that you guys want to have up there, I don't know.
Right.
Am I making any kind of sense, Elizabeth?
I think so. We need feedback. You need to know what you're doing, or if yeah.
So what are your thoughts? Are these ideas that sound good to you, or what do you want to do, Miss Elizabeth? What are your thoughts on it? What do you think I can do and the group can do to help you with your planning?
My brain is like, I don't know.
I'm just glad that mine woke up enough to remember a little bit.
I know that I do want to do planner videos. I just need to streamline them and have them be more coherent, because they're literally all over the place. Kind of like my life right now, just deck of cards all over the place. I have to admit,
that's something I want to work on for myself too. When I'm watching other people's not just planner videos, but other videos.
Yeah.
Some of the more successful channels, they actually have a checklist, and it's not necessarily crafting. I don't know how it would translate for us, but they have basically a bullet point, kind of like an outline of the different topics they want to hit, and they go strictly by that.
Yeah.
And I mean, it makes sense. I think all of us took speech at one point, where you had to write down your outline, and then you had to look at the audience. You had to keep your eyes on the audience and not look down at your paper. And that was probably one of the hardest things, because if you wrote out everything, you'd have to hold up your paper. Okay, I'm going to do this just for illustration. I'm going to change my camera because I want to do this. I know, I am a nut today. I know it. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, you have to hold up your paper and you'd be reading it, and the people can't see your face. And that's what we would do when we were trying to take speech class. And the only time that I've ever been able to not do that is when I'm speaking from my heart. That, and when I was in drama and I memorized my lines, that's it.
Yeah, I'm not good at that.
Yeah.
But Sherry D says she likes the YouTube lives because often she doesn't get the Facebook notices. I have to agree. I don't think I ever get the Facebook notices that I'm supposed to be getting.
Well, I go through all of my notifications every day. But that doesn't mean it's going to be in the morning, and I don't know when the notifications are going up.
Right.
I do know that on my Facebook page, Debbie J's Crafting Corner, it has a tab on there to be able to see all of the live streams straight from Facebook. So that's another option if you guys don't do that. I mean, I'm trying to think of other ways to do this. Another thought that went through my head was maybe to have planner videos housed and viewable specifically to Planning Crafter members on my website. So you'd have one place to go to check it, and you could watch them there and you don't have to go anywhere else. So I don't know if that's a good idea. I told you, sometimes I'm just doing things and ideas pop into my head, and sometimes I can remember them.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not a website searcher for videos. I like everything is either YouTube you know, well, most everything. I search YouTube for everything, and so um, if there was a way, well, because you can put everything in a playlist too, and then we could just
And I've got a
pin those
playlist.
playlists in, huh?
I've got a playlist. I've got a planner playlist on my channel.
Yeah,
So
we
that's the
can.
thing. That's why I'm asking the questions. I don't know what's going to work best for you, but so far, it's sounding like people don't get their Facebook. I've heard people complain about not getting their YouTube notices. So you've got the YouTube notices that some folks don't get, and now you got the planner you've got the Facebook notices that you don't get.
Well,
So it's both.
with the YouTube, you know, we're pretty set in our time. It's 5:30 on Tuesdays for Debbie
Yeah.
J, and you know, 7 o'clock p.m. for me on Mondays and Wednesdays.
Okay.
But what I was saying with your planner video list is if we could hotwire it to a Facebook group and your website so that the list is right there. So when they click in your list,
Okay.
and then it takes them directly to YouTube, that might be.
Yeah, I need to see what steps do I need to do to embed a YouTube playlist.
Yeah, because I know you can
Facebook.
share them.
I mean, I know I can embed a playlist from YouTube onto a WordPress website page. I know I can do that, but there should be a way to. Actually, I think I just came up with an idea. This is something that I think I could do with Canva. You guys may or may not have seen my link bio. I've got the links down in the description pretty much everywhere, but that one actually takes you to a Canva page. My link bio is on Canva. I mean, I update it in Canva, which is free, and it basically takes you everywhere. That's where you don't even have to know anything about doing a website. It's so cool. Okay, so we've got Brian is in the house. That is B&D Crafts and More. Welcome. Okay, so at this point, you guys, so far, again, I'm going to go back and watch the video again and take notes as to what everybody said, so I can get an idea of what's going to work best for you guys. Also, especially for the replay, if anybody who's watching the video and not commenting in the chat, and if you're watching the replay, please, please, please put some notes down in the comments for me. You guys are going to help me and Elizabeth decide which direction do we want to go. And of course, I want you to participate too. So if you have a YouTube channel and you want to participate with this and you'd like to share your videos as well, make sure to use #PlanningCrafters, and then it all goes into, if you do a search on Facebook, on YouTube, if you do a search on YouTube for #PlanningCrafters, it's going to take you to all of our videos so you can kind of see where we're going and where we're coming from and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Okay. Lots of information, and my brain is tired. I know I've already forgotten most of what was said. So I am going to go back and see what you guys are preferring. So far, if I'm remembering it right, and somebody correct me if I'm completely off base here, but I think you guys want to keep on having them on YouTube. Are you still wanting a weekly and or monthly like we're doing now? So I've been doing a weekly video. Elizabeth is doing as often as she can a weekly video, and then we're coming together. And then we're coming together once a month to kind of review what we've been doing.
I like the once a month review. I think once I get my act together,
okay,
and can actually review a whole month on the next month, I think that'll be more beneficial to people too.
Okay, so Crystal said, I will do that tomorrow, WJ and Elizabeth. So I think she's saying she's going to put up a video. Was that right, Crystal? And Deborah snuck in. Welcome, Deborah. Okay, so we're going to stay on, I'm going to say, let's just plan this for the next quarter. So this is going to be for the next 3 months.
Sherry D says bi-weekly. Probably for the
so that is every other week, not twice a week, right?
Yeah.
I hate the word bi-weekly because I always forget what it means. I'm really, really bad about that. Okay, so Bethany was saying, I tried scheduling lives. Well, babies seem to foil my schedule regularly. Yep, I understand that one, honey. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you got 3 little ones. I don't know how you do it. I mean, without having a babysitter, I have no idea. I remember when my youngest was, when we first got custody of my stepkids, this was with my first husband, Adrian had just turned 2 years old. She's now in her 30s, she's all grown, but she had just turned 2, and one of the first things we had to do, because we both had jobs, is I had to put her in a daycare, and we had to make sure that they would take her. So that's the only way we could get anything done, is if we had our kids in a daycare. So I don't know how you manage to do it all with the kids at home. I mean, I have no idea. Okay, so Dawn says, okay, so this is a good idea. Dawn is saying, that's an idea. Maybe a video once a month and pics or posts for weekly. So, does that sound good? I'm going to go back through all of the comments. Nothing is set in stone now, but I want to know from the guys that are commenting in the chat and anybody who is watching the live but not in the chat yet, is that something that you think would work for you? The main point on this, part of this is so that I make sure I'm working on it. I have kept my planner going for 6 months. That has never happened.
Bethany said to your comment about the kids at home, utter chaos all the time.
Well, I'm watching it on this, I'm looking at the chat over in StreamYard, and StreamYard has a lag, so I didn't see that comment yet. That's why when you said something earlier, I was having trouble finding the message because it wasn't actually in StreamYard yet. But I look at it in StreamYard so I can share it on the screen.
Yeah.
So if I'm trying to watch both of them, it doesn't always happen. So Dawn is saying, yay. Okay. I don't remember which part that was from. Okay. So, like I said, I want it to be what you guys want, and so that it works for you. I am not going to do a planning video every day of the week. That's not going to happen. I don't have the time. But maybe coming on and doing a quick live, or just sharing the layout or whatever over in Facebook, and then doing a YouTube live with Elizabeth once a month. Oh, she said yay for keeping my planner up for 6 months. So the thing is, I'm thinking I could probably get through. The next challenge would be to go the next 3 months without doing a video every week and actually keep it up. That's going to be the challenge, because Elizabeth is probably right on this. She pretty much works in her planner when she's doing a video for it. Am I right?
Pretty much.
And I've been doing the same thing. I get my planner all ready to go when I'm about to do a video. But I really need to start using it when I'm not doing a video. So that's going to be the next big challenge.
And that was a thing, you know, carting this around. I was carting it around, and I had it up and down the stairs, and I was like, I still was not using it. It's ginormous. It's
yeah, if you had one of the mini planners, and Happy Planner does make those. I've got a planner about like this big that was for my fitness stuff that I never did use. To be honest, it's too big to take to the gym. I mean, since I'm not going to the gym, I could use it here, but I didn't like the pages. The layout didn't work for me. Okay, so Sherry is saying, that's why I suggested you and ECR do a video every other week. Okay, that's actually a balance. Instead of doing, I've been doing a weekly. You were trying to do a weekly until, I understand, Elizabeth, you just got overwhelmed, and that is totally fine. I was trying to do a video, we were trying to do a video once a week, and then the monthly check-in to keep each other accountable. And Sherry is saying doing one every 2 weeks, meaning I would do one half as often, and you would do one twice as often. And we could actually alternate weeks.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Like, you go first, and then I'll do the next.
Okay, so since I just did a planner video yesterday.
So my week is this coming Sunday, right?
Sunday or Monday, it doesn't matter. It's up to you which date you want to do it. So you're going to do yours on the 10th?
If that's a Sunday.
Yeah, Sunday is the 10th. ECR planning.
then every other.
And then I would do mine. Do you guys like having the planning videos on Sunday or Monday best? Just, I've been doing mine on Monday. She's been doing hers on Sunday. And maybe that's the good balance. Hers being on one day and mine being on another. Oh, Dawn is wanting us to have guest planners.
Yeah, no.
we could probably get we could possibly do that. I mean, if it's basically a plan and chat or plan and craft. I mean, if this was supposed to be a plan and craft, we've already been on for an hour and we haven't really done any crafting. We've been chatting. So I'm going to change the thumbnail again. I had changed the thumbnail for this video, Elizabeth. So I had a big X through the word chat, and in big letters craft across the top with your name, with your picture on there. So I'm going to leave your picture on there, but I'm going to take off the chat. I mean, off the craft part. Anywho, Crystal is saying yes, that's fine with me. BB Production says Sunday is best for her because that's when she's supposed to fill hers out. Brenda doesn't work or anything, and so she's like a planner keeping track of crafts I want to make.
For who?
That makes
what
sense.
Occasion and when it needs to be done by. That's a good idea.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was trying. Well, let's see if I can. I'll show one that's the opposite page. So this is a planner. Yeah, that's not what I want to do. That's got too much writing on it. Okay, so this is. I'm going to bring this page up so you guys can see it. So this is actually an insert that I had bought for my A6 at one point, and I'm going to work on kind of customizing it a little better. So Brenda, you could help me out by maybe Facebook message or email or whatever, the criteria that you're wanting to be able to track. Because this is basically I think it's more like a project page. And that's kind of what I'm using it for, and I'm not writing a whole lot on there yet because, again, it's where I'm kind of trying to get into the swing of things. This page was one for Cards by Kendra. I wrote down that I wanted to do a YouTube video, a blog post, share everything to Facebook, Instagram, stories, and pins. Only thing I checked off on here was YouTube because I got so busy doing other projects that I didn't actually keep this stuff up. But I think I did do the Facebook and Instagram stuff. I think I posted pictures and stuff. I did not do anything on my blog, and that's something I'm going to have to be working on at some point. I want to have a place that you guys can go to find information if it's something you're interested in without having to go search everywhere. Same kind of thing for the EDU site. I want to have a resource center, like maybe a library, an online library, so you guys can find like background information on things. But that's down the road. I don't have time to work on it right now, but those are the ideas. So for instance, I've got tailor-made cards for you. You guys saw the video last week where me and Elizabeth and Bethany were all on Tailor-Made Cards for You's design team again. Awesome news. So I've got a page that I've written down everything for the next 6 months. I've got down that the post is due on the first Saturday of the month at 6 a.m. Pacific time, 9 a.m. Eastern. So you guys now know we have a design team project that's going to be going up. And it's basically a hop that's going to be going on the first Saturday of every month. And I wrote down what ones it is. And then I've got the different columns started where I want to do YouTube, blog, Facebook and Instagram, pin, and story. And I checked off that I did do the YouTube channel. I haven't finished the rest, but I've got the rest of them listed on there. So this one is going to be staying as a page for me to work on. This is a work in progress though, because I need to have the whole reason of having any of these pages in here, any of these inserts, is to make it easier for you to use. And sometimes you have to customize those things to make it work for you. So you guys giving me ideas as to what you think would be useful for, say, a project planning. I don't know if we need to write down all of the products we're going to use because we kind of know what's in our stash. But knowing what stage each thing needs to be in, that would be great for us to do.
Products would come in handy on a design team, like with me and Crescent Creation, like, oh, I'm using Simon Hurley all the time, but she has
Yeah.
5 other products that she carries, I can be like, oh, I'm gonna the
Yeah.
focus is like Avery L or
Yeah.
Honey Bee or something like that. So a small
Affiliate
section
links.
for
Yeah.
that.
Well, that
You know,
also helps with adding affiliate links to your description and to your blog and to whatever. And
yeah,
what I've started doing additionally, I'm working on learning and using Notion. Notion is basically an online app, software, whatever. It's a web page that you can put all sorts of different things on there. You can format all the pages the way that you want to. You can track all the stuff. And what I'm doing right now is I've started it basically uses some like databases. I've got databases right now set up so that I've got the products that I'm using, an affiliate link to each of those, my redirection affiliate link, because you may have noticed that if you look down in the description on any of my recent videos, the affiliate links are to Debbie J's Crafting Corner / something, like / SPL for spellbinders, and then whatever the product is. And that's to make them look easier and easier to find, because I'm sorry, the Sharecell links, they don't look pretty. The affiliate links, they don't look pretty. So I'm trying to make it so that they look better and you guys know what it is when you're looking at the link. And if the link changes for whatever reason out there in the interwebs, I can update it on my site, and you guys, the link that you have won't change. Does that kind of make sense?
yep.
So
And
that's one of those little things, background things that I'm trying to do. But I'm making a list of them all on Notion so I know what information I'm pulling, and then I'm just doing copy and paste.
Bethany has a thing that says, most importantly, you need to find what works best for you.
Absolutely, absolutely. Elizabeth is good at making digitals. I have made digital inserts for planners and stickers and those kind of things years back, and I can still do that. So if there's something that you think is going to work best for you, let us know. It may work for us. We may want to try it out and see how it works for us, because we're all in the same boat, guys. We are all crafters, and if we're wanting to plan out a project, say you've got Christmas is coming and you've got 100 cards that you need to get done between now and then, maybe you want to have a checklist of all the different things you want to do and make sure that you've checked out each of the cards that you made. Maybe you want to do customized on each person. Maybe you want to do 4 or 5 duplicates of different cards. I mean, that's for folks that are not doing a YouTube channel like what we are. Having a checklist and having some way to track what you're doing and make sure you've got all the stuff that you need is a way to help that. So if you guys let us know what you need, we may be able to help you with some ideas as to how to be able to track and understand and get all that stuff together. And Elizabeth has been taking notes.
Yes.
So what are you taking notes on?
That I need to add my playlist to the Planning Crafters Facebook group.
Yay!
And that I don't like the current calendar. See, my brain also thinks of other stuff, but the calendar I have for my lives that everybody can access, I don't really like it. It's a little hard to work with on my phone. I need a new one. So I'm on the search.
Have you tried Google Calendar?
Now, Google Calendar, I can't share with everybody though.
Yes, you can. That's what I was saying. I've got it. If you go onto my main page on debbiejscraftingcorner.com, in the sidebar there is a link to my my calendar that I shared. You can share a Google Calendar.
Okay. Well, I'll look into Google Calendar. Be more streamlined. Be more streamlined.
It's buffering a little bit, so we didn't see what it said.
Yeah, more streamlined. Yeah. Okay, and then more ideas of what to track.
Mm-hmm.
So even though I don't track a lot of stuff, maybe during one of my pre-mades, I could say, hey, other people track this stuff. Yeah. So I might do a search on things that people track. More sharing on Facebook. I've been slacking there. And for that, it's not just my stuff. I like to share what I find interesting out there in the world. So don't hesitate, you guys. If you're in the group, share what interests you. Maybe you'll share something and you can put in there, hey, I want you guys to show me how to do this because you know, I don't see how they're doing it, and we can case somebody for you. We don't mind
Absolutely.
casing. And then pre-record every other week. More pics in the group. More pics. And then doodles. Doodles for my new smaller version that's coming out. I thought these little cuties would be cute, like right in here. These little doodles.
Absolutely.
So yeah. That's
so Cordelia said, yeah, we're talking about having a shared Google Calendar at work. And then Donna saying, hearing other ideas and what they do is helpful in deciding what you might want to use or try to see if it would work in your own planner. Absolutely. And what Elizabeth was saying before about sharing additional things in the groups, I've been doing that in the Crafting with Debbie Facebook group and on the Planning Crafters group, but it's not all the time. It really depends on what I come across. I usually am sharing some kind of a YouTube video. I've shared Nicole Spohr. She has her crafting, her card making channel. She also has a planning channel. It's called Plan with Nicole. And she does some lovely, lovely layouts. The ones that I've done with the strip down the center that's open and then all of the florals and stuff around it, I got that idea from watching her.
That's cool.
Yeah. And she's also been doing, for you guys who like stitching, she has started doing some videos where she is actually doing like cross stitch or embroidery. I don't think it's on a new channel. I think it's actually on her regular YouTube channel. But she's starting doing that. So if you want to see that, I mean, she used a term that I had never heard of before. I think it's like the sew method, SEW method of cross stitch. And it's like, I used to do that when I was cross stitching, but I didn't know it had a name. It's like a lot of the things I hear people talk about techniques or methods, I don't even realize that it's something I'm doing. I mean, we use different techniques and I don't even think of it as a technique. It's just something you do.
Something you do.
So it's one of those that it's been difficult. Well, not really that difficult, but it's been a little bit of a challenge for me to wrap my brain around some of the terms and realize that some of the things that I may think are simple, I may think are really easy, at some point I probably didn't think that, but it's basically a technique or process. Dawn, yes, Dawn is just said over on, and it's not in StreamYard yet, she said, yes, I love the floss tube. That is what Nicole is calling her stitching videos. It's floss tube. Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So if that's something else that you guys are interested in too, I can make sure that I share that over in the group. And Dawn, you are more than welcome to share the stuff over in the Facebook group as well, and Crafting with Debbie. And I don't think Elizabeth would have a problem with you sharing that stuff over there. See, we get inspiration from all the people on YouTube too, just like you guys get inspiration from us and from others as well.
And Instagram and Pinterest.
Yes, Instagram and Pinterest.
I share those.
I haven't decided yet if I am going overboard on my Facebook, on my Instagram or not. Are you guys getting tired of seeing all those pictures of my cards? Like each card winds up going up about like 4, 5, 6 times.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I'm only liking one of those photos. I'm not liking them all.
That's fine. Well, the reason I started doing it like that is because I figured that some folks are going to see one of them, but they may not realize that they may not have seen it. Let's say I post and I don't post them on the same day. I post them on like once a day for a week, the same photo. But you're going through the feed and you see one of my photos, you may not have seen any of the other ones. I mean, you're not like Elizabeth she's over there, she is, I'm trying to think of the word.
I'm addicted to that stuff.
She follows me closely. Let's put it that way.
Well, that's because there's an algorithm. If you don't like it, they're not going to share it with you.
Exactly.
So if Debbie J pops up in my feed and it's, even though I'm not going to hit the like button, I have to, because if if I only like 1 out of the 4, it's going to stop showing me.
Okay. So you
And
probably
so,
like the little videos that I've been doing that are usually sharing like the 3 different 3 different pictures.
right. Because,
Okay.
you know, if you share 4 things and I only like 1, they're going to shrink how much they show me of you.
Okay. So I
So,
probably do need to reduce, not completely, but I do need to reduce it. And I use Facebook Meta Business Center, whatever it is. I use that to schedule them all out. And I basically, as soon as I get done with my thing and I've got all my pictures, I just schedule everything out.
and that's great. I need to do that too. But if you guys are out there and your favorites are kind of disappearing, go to their channel, mass heart a bunch of stuff. They'll start popping in.
Oh, yeah.
And every time it's a double tap. Give everybody that you love seeing hearts. Otherwise, your feed is going to be filled with more suggestions than what you actually watch, because they're like, oh, well, they're not hearting this person. They don't want to see that person.
Yeah, and leaving a comment does the same thing too. I think that has as much or more effect. So make sure that you heart it and comment as much as you can.
Oh, I'm a hearter. I'm not a big commenter, but I heart. I heart like a crazy lady. Pew, pew, pew.
Okay, Bethany says she couldn't get Meta Business to work for her. So, honey, sometime tomorrow, get in touch with me on Facebook. You know, go ahead and send me a direct message or something, and we can see about working on that. That is also another thing, EDU site that I'm planning on working on, and I've got some ideas. What I want to do is I want to set up a course structure specific to all of us creators that are doing YouTube and Facebook or Instagram, and you're sharing your stuff on there kind of as a side hustle kind of thing, I guess. So if it's something that you're interested in, be sure to message me and let me know what kind of things you want to learn about, because I've got a bunch of ideas. I had a couple of people that I've actually done a couple of Zoom session kind of coaching, I guess, and walking them through getting a couple of things set up, and they seem to be very interested in doing some courses. But it does take time for me to create those things outside of making fun projects with I like making cards too. I have too many interests. Oh, I can show you one of the cards.
Mystery Mondays.
I know. It's like I went back and made some more cards using the stuff from Heffy Noodle. I just wanted to go through all the stuff that I printed all the stuff out. I might as well. And then what did I do this last week? I ordered the stamps, so now I'm waiting for the stamps to come in so I can play more. Because they're just so cute. I mean, look at that little guy.
Oh, I'm so adorable.
And I don't have any, I really don't do any get well cards. And I need to, so I made a few. And there is somebody out there that I don't know if she got one yet, but she'll have to tell me if she got it from me or not. Anyhow. But yeah, Bethany, let me know and we can see if we can get the thing working for you. Let's see. I don't see any more questions. You guys have any? I do love that we've had more conversation this time, and you guys have given a lot of feedback. I think this has really turned into a good discussion. And Elizabeth is writing. What do you think, Elizabeth?
That I'm also, my brain just, whatever. But I was like, I need to make time for Crescent Creation and Monica Taylor and me. And, that's another thing. I need to be sure that I'm putting me before everybody else, because that's where I'm going to need to be making my money. I get the goodies from these guys, but I get the monies from my site, which I've neglected. So I need to make sure my priorities are straight and put those back in order. Make my digitals, make the stuff for Crescent Creation, make the stuff for Monica Taylor, do my pre-recorded, do my planner videos. And I think that is more right, because,
That's why I'm saying that when I was in Ohio, I didn't mean to. I did not mean to take me time. I do know that since I'm thinking pretty much since I got over being sick right after Creativation. Even during Creativation, I was wanting to start working forward and getting things done ahead of time, and I hadn't been able to do it, and I was finally able to get to see what that felt like. I mean, I have been let's create it today. Okay, I'll create it yesterday. I will edit the video today, and it will be going up for live tomorrow. And I have been doing that for 5 years. When I've done a video, it's been, I create the video, I edit the video, and I post it immediately, and I have not been working forward except for those things that I had to get scheduled ahead of time. Like Monica likes to have a link to our videos almost a week in advance so she can include it in her blog, which is awesome advertisement for us. So that is fantastic. But even those, a lot of times I was getting those done at the last minute.
Yeah,
and this time I actually had a bunch of stuff done ahead of time. I am right now, I need to edit that one. I just finished, I just finished editing and uploading the one that's going up on Sunday, but I don't have anything. I do have a video that is going up tomorrow. So those are the only ones that I am ahead of the game on. I need to start working ahead again. And yesterday really, really messed me up. But you would not believe how much stress was gone because of that week in Ohio. I had my videos planned out for, I basically just did the recording, which is just fun crafting with the camera on and chatting with it, just like I chat with you guys now, but chatting with the camera while I'm videoing like 3 or 4 cards. And then while I was in Ohio, I can just mess around and edit them and schedule them for sometime next week. Yeah. And then the next week comes down and I'm not having to be rushed to get anything done. That reduced my stress level, you would not believe. And one of the things about me being sick, I know I've talked to you guys about it a little bit off and on, but and I've never been diagnosed or anything, but what I think is my main problem with being out of breath was basically having anxiety attacks and not knowing it.
Oh yeah, I've been having massive ones. Yeah. And they're suffocating. Yeah. And I need to quit because I've let a lot of stuff overwhelm me. Oh yeah. When I don't need to, and I know deep down I'm overthinking things and being absolutely ridiculous, but I can't get past that.
Honey, it's called OCD. It's OCD. I have OCD. My husband has OCD. No, we've never been diagnosed, but we know that that's what's wrong with us. Yeah. Well, it's kind of where you want everything to go the way that you want it to go, and you want it to be as perfect as you want it to be, and you get mad when things don't do the way you want it. I get OCD when I'm riding, or I have when I was riding my bike, because Todd is friggin' Iron Man. And I would go out on a bike ride and he would be doing so much more than I could ever hope to get to, that every single time I'd get on my bike, I would push myself to do better than the time before. Every single time. And I couldn't do it. My body just couldn't handle it. Hello, Mr. Jim. You're going to have to go back to the beginning, honey. But what we're asking, if you're just tuning in, because we're going to probably be, it's almost 7 o'clock, and this has been a good conversation though. I feel like I've been having a conversation with you, getting your feedback, Elizabeth, and the feedback from everybody in the chat, and this has been awesome.
Jim says his hefty card arrived today.
Yay! Except it's doodle, not duty. It's not hefty, it's happy. Spelling is fun.
Autocorrect gremlins.
I know. Well, that's something else I learned. I didn't know about my computer can talk to type.
Somebody posted in the chat with Sassy their paint.
Ooh. Paint pour?
No, they were playing around with like paint smooshing on the stuff. Ooh. And this is actually catch from a paint pour, and it just reminded me of that.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, that is one of the good things you have used your planner for specifically. You go back, you put so much stuff in there, you go back and you find inspiration.
Yeah.
So that might be, as long as you're not thinking of it in a stressful thing, like, oh my God, I got to fill this up and get things done. If you're using it as an art journal, that's basically what this has been for you. You have created an art journal with a purpose, because
with
it's
a little bit of notes.
Exactly, art journal with a purpose. You've created an art journal that also has acted as kind of a calendar. So it doesn't matter if you fill the stuff in or not, but you have you've got your art journal there, and you're able to see it. I've never been able to make myself do an art journal because I still expect it to be perfect, and if I'm that's not what an art journal's for.
Nope.
You know? Okay, Bethany is saying, I feel for you, Debbie. When I was preggo with my oldest, I would be in the middle of a panic attack and not realize it until I got bad. I didn't realize that's what I was having until after I stopped working for a job and was at home all the time. And I think it's after the last diagnosis from the doctors at Mayo Clinic, and I started feeling better and started doing more, that I realized, I think that might be part of what it was. Because I'm not really getting as stressed anymore.
Yeah.
The very last day that I went to work, I don't know about you guys, but I'm one of those folks that I get nervous when I go into a new situation, or I go back into an old situation where I've been gone for a while.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
And this is where I had been gone for like 2 weeks, not come into work at all, and then I'm going into work, and I'm going to see all the people that I hadn't seen in a while, and I think it just overwhelmed me. I was completely out of breath the entire time from the time I got up and was getting ready to go to work. I was having trouble breathing. I get to work, and then one of my buddies say, "Oh, I'm so glad to see you. We've missed you down," going out through all this, and I literally could not breathe, and I had to leave right then, and I had not been back. I just couldn't do it, and I think it's probably that stress does accumulate and you don't realize it's doing it. So stress was accumulating. My regular stress level, most folks is probably, way down low, right? Mine was probably about like here, and that was my living, okay, I'm trying to make sure it's stable. Let's say my stress level is about eye level, and it was kind of where I was living, and I thought it was normal. And then all it would take is some little thing, and I'd be over my head and couldn't breathe.
Jim says he had his that thingy removed, and his anxiety is gone. How nice is that?
Yeah, hyperparathyroid. I'm glad that it helped with that. And my father-in-law, the reason we went to Ohio is he had thyroid cancer. I mean, I hung out with you guys when we were in Austin visiting them before, and pretty much after we came home and they went back up to Ohio, they found out that he had thyroid cancer. He's gone through a couple of bouts of surgery, and then right now he's going through chemo. So since all of that, of course, we can't have germs and stuff, so we were basically holding off trying to go to see him because we didn't want him to catch anything from us, just God forbid. So while we were there, we had to wear a mask when we were in the same room with him. But that's the main reason we went up there, is we needed to go see Todd's dad, who had just gone through thyroid cancer. He's now got a stoma, so he doesn't breathe through his sinus. He doesn't snore anymore. I mean, that's a positive, right?
Right.
But he seems like he's doing okay, and of course I'm always going to worry, and that's going to be a stress thing on me. But anyway, Dawn has a very high baseline for anxiety and stress. And what we need to do, guys, is we need to use our crafty time to de-stress. And the hardest part for creators, YouTube creators like Elizabeth and me and Bethany and some of you other guys, is that we definitely put OCD and perfectionists, and we want to do all the things and we want to do better. Of course, we take on probably more than we can handle without having figured out how to streamline the process and get better. So that's one of the things I'm working on, and I definitely will plan on sharing with you guys, and probably once I get it in my head and it's working for me, I want to make a class out of it. I want to make a course out of it. And that's going to be another avenue for you guys to help improve your stuff, and I get to see your success. That's always a plus, right?
Yep.
Okay, so it is now 6:58. It is almost 7 o'clock. So we have been on here an hour and a half talking planners, and I thought we were going to be making stuff. I do really, really appreciate all of the feedback from everybody, and we will continue doing videos.
I made something.
You did. No, you did awesome. And you know something? When you're done writing your notes, you have to send me a copy.
I'm going to also.
Well, I know that, but I mean, to help me with this stuff as well. I mean, this is kind of a combined thing, right? So the plan is going to be every other weekend, okay, on Sunday or Monday, every other week, Elizabeth's going to be doing a planner video, like a plan with me, layout, whatever, doing something about her planner. I mean, we may start switching it up and show you how to make some stuff for it. We may start talking more about how to streamline things. I mean, now that I know some of what you guys are interested in, I can start trying to tweak it a little bit to go towards what's going to help you more. So this next week on the 10th, Elizabeth's going to be doing her planning video, and then the following Monday, I'm going to be doing mine, and we're going to be doing it, that's going to be the way that we're going to go. So right. Elizabeth is going to be on the 24th, and then I'm going to be on the 1st, and then on the 2nd, because that's the first Tuesday of the month, we'll have another planning with Elizabeth video, live stream. And I think what we should probably do, Elizabeth, and you can tell me if this is a good idea or not, but we may want to touch base before that and decide, you know, kind of what kind of thing do we want to do on that live stream. Like, I really like that this time we're talking about what we did over the last 6 months, what's working, right, what's not, where we're going to change, and getting the feedback from everybody in the chatterbox as to, you know, what they want. And then, of course, we're going to be reviewing all of the comments down below. Be sure to comment, guys. I need to have all the feedback from everybody who didn't comment in the chat, and the guys that commented in the chat. You're welcome to as well. And everybody who is watching the replay, because we want to know how we can help you the most. So I think that's going to work better. It'll free up a little bit of time for both of us, because we won't have to do every single week. And we can start streamlining the rest of the process. What do you think?
I like. And I was just thinking, you know, our once a month get together, you know, we could open it up with, hey, this is what we made in our videos. Mm-hmm. And then we can pick something that, you know, is interesting or out there in the planner world and do an example of it.
And I'm thinking it might be a nice idea to possibly have a guest on every once in a while too. Like have 3 of us on the screen.
Okay, as long as we're all kind of doing the same thing.
Yes, yes, we do need to be on kind of have the same kind of thought process going on. Absolutely. Yep.
Like, okay, maybe we get somebody that does fitness planning, and then I could search and find something, because I don't fitness plan, but I can give an idea of how to fitness plan. I'm good at that. But,
so that's another good idea too, Elizabeth, and this is something the 2 of us can work together on as well. Like maybe if you come up with an idea of something that you want more information on or you'd like to learn about, and I could do the same thing, we put it on a list and then see if we can find another person that can come on and teach us.
Yeah, and not
kind of like what we've been doing, like I've been doing with having some of our guests come and show us what they do. It's kind of the same kind of thing.
Not so much what I want to, I know what I need to put in my planner.
Okay, you're thinking food, what somebody out in the group might want to know more about.
Like Brenda, she tracks her crafty things. Mm-hmm. And you are wanting to track fitness stuff. And, right, you know, I could be like, even though that's not something for me, I don't have a problem searching out there and say, hey, I found this and thought it was interesting. Here's how I would set it up. And then do a setup, and then, you know, have that out there for people.
That is a good idea.
We find that third person that is also interested in fitness or crafty, and either we're teaching them to do it or they're giving us ideas on how to do it too.
Fabulous. That is a good idea. We can take ideas from the group. So guys, post your ideas and your thoughts and what you're wanting to learn about. And I want to see questions in the Facebook group. Period. That would be awesome. I want to see what you've done, what your layouts are, pictures of everything, your ideas. It's not all about me and Elizabeth posting out there.
Right.
We want to know what you guys are thinking and what you guys want to know more about. And then, yeah, that freeing up that little extra bit of time would give us both a little more time to start doing a little bit more research about how other people are doing the things that you guys want to learn how to do. Because we all do something different in our planners. We all do something different on our cards. Me and Elizabeth have completely different styles of card making, as do most of you guys. But that doesn't mean that we can't learn from one another, and we can do the same thing when it comes to our planners. And this is just a tool to help us with whatever it is that we are trying to do. Brenda also tracks her medical. I was doing that when I was going to the doctor all the time. Absolutely. And my father-in-law had a long spreadsheet of all the meds that he was supposed to be taking because of what he's going through, and he'd have to check them off. So in a way, that is kind of his planner. So absolutely. Okay, we're going to say goodbye. Because we've been on here quite long enough. You guys have given us a ton of things to think about. If you're not already a member of the Facebook group, the name of the Facebook group is Planning Crafters. Go over there and join up. You do need to make sure that you answer the membership questions, or we don't let you in because we don't want to add any robots or any trolls or anything like that to the group. So go ahead and join that if you're not already in there, and show us your layouts. Give us your questions, share what you know, ask what you want. We are here for you every day. Both me and Elizabeth, we are always here for you guys.
Yep.
So I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream now. Y'all have a wonderful night, and remember that if we can plan it, you can too. Talk to you soon.